as safe as he possibly can, as the rest of his team is going to be flying forward.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he can offer a good amount of range and poke from a distance while the team is going in, I gotta say. Unless JDG can get a pretty significant advantage early on, they are going to be in trouble. So it makes sense. And, you know, when it comes to especially high variance leagues like LPL, leagues where we fight a lot, you just kind of go with, like, we're always going to get to the late game Slayer. Always.
Oh, it definitely feels like it. These mid laners looking to throw down early.
Goodbye,
Scout canceled the seismic
Unless
shove with his dash, but the Q3 misses for Scout. Shanks flashes after. One more rock should do it, and the seismic shove will seal it. Scout falls solo bolo style to Shanks for first blood.
Nice buffer. I actually didn't know that you could do that as Yone. But basically what happened after was, yeah, he missed the Q3. He ended up flashing and dying because Shanks had the opportunity.
Here we go. Shanks riding the wall, cuts off Scout from the rest of his team. So a 3v4 brewing, but there's the fate sealed. Nice. Scout revenge coming across. Kyle does not have the unbreakable will, so he will be broken. Missing, able to get himself back out of safety. Tarzan trying to rescue this fight, but Shanks is far too low, and Hope cannot get close enough to help his superstar jungler. Just like that, JDG with a quick 2-kill response.
A little bit of an ugly fight, but overall it was a really nice skirmish there coming from Scout.
Swings back over mid. He's going to grab this one. They've got Flandra in position for the top wave. One of the big things we talked about that makes AL different from really every team in the Rumble stage already showing beatdown. They're just so well positioned on the map constantly.
Yeah, the movements are good. They don't drop waves too often. And it is really good stuff. It's the team fights where they falter. It's the skirmishes that don't always go their way because at times they just get outplayed. But getting a pretty big...
Don't have a Rift Herald to play for either, so it's really on these two teams to look for proactive plays on their own, continuing to move through the map as we've got the bot lanes now back towards the mid lane. With their junglers hovering, but Scout is looking for a flank angle. He's off vision. He gets the two-man fate sealed. Shun throws the alley-oop, and Scout dunks them home. Kyle can be picked off by Paze in the background as well, and Shanks is just a little too late to the party. Once again, JDG just better in the skirmishes right now in game one. Spike for most of these champions.
Eclipse, I fear.
Okay, yeah, Eclipse, true. But hey, here's the Thunder Sky coming through. Shanks sees his assist down, has no way to run away without Flash, and June is just everywhere on the map, but AL's looking for a response towards the mid side. Tarzan trying to push the tempo with no ult on missing.
Feels a little silly and dangerous, unless Tarzan wants to throw his life for a 50-50, but okay, we're going.
Kyle, he goes in, but that was a great headbutt for missing, so Tarzan and Hope are on the wrong side. Kyle is just easy pickings for Paze, but they let him limp away, and Hope is going to grab the kill on the missing. Flandra with the hero's entrance does fly in, and somehow, some way, Anyone's Legend bash down the door and grab the dragon.
I mean, look at Flandra. No TP, no ult. He's in the bottom wave. There's just that TP guarantees that the Rift Herald is going to go over to JDG. It's nice. They can turn that into first brick. They can turn that into more gold. And it should also give them feats of warfare if they're able to get that too, which every little bit helps.
They are one objective closer, or if they grab that first turret, like you talked about. But AL are over-indexing towards this top side. It's a turret race. The Herald's going down in the mid lane. AL are going to win it. So with those grubs and Demolish, yeah, they get the first turret. They do trade it 2 for 1, though. So the Herald and Scout are going to make it a positive gold play for JDG, nonetheless. But this is the pure damage spike, I feel, that Ezreal really gets to. So Paze, a guy who has been the best AD carry in the league so far these last couple of weeks, going to be put in a pretty big spot as Shanks cuts off the escape angle, missing pops the unbreakable will, so it's going to be pretty hard to burn through this beefy cow. Missing will finally fall for the first time, though. Enough damage from Hope and Tarzan to bring that one home.
If they space out their CC well enough, they're just going to make it kind of
pointless. Hope! No, that's not where you gotta go with the clicks. He gets caught by Paze and Shun, but somehow is able to escape with his life. The equalizer comes down. Kyle flashes just in time to get out to safety, but now Anyone's Legend, they're playing on the back foot. They have 2 people with blinking health bars, and Paze finds the Mystic shot to snipe down onto Kyle. He's arcade shifting forward with confidence. That's the AD carry with the better clicks right now, and Paze showing why.
AL are trying to sneak this dragon away, but I don't think it's going to be that simple.
Shun is here, missing as well. Pei's coming through. Tarzan, that is not low enough health for you. Got to bail out of the pit. They're just going after Flandra. The tanky Galio finally going to have his armor cracked through. Shanks teleports in, but they've already lost their top laner. Ola does have to flash. Shanks gets a whole full combo. His Hope flies back in, hits the rocket. One more down. Pei's is limping away with single-digit HP. The Dragon will be claimed for AL, but guess what Scout was up to in the top side?
You get as a team, or every takedown that much more valuable, but in the end, because they are able to force them out of the Dragon Pit, AL are the ones who are halfway to a soul. They knock down a turret in the lane, and
nonetheless, Shun is right in the pit on Dragon Spawn. Kyle does spot a reset from Scout come across on the top side, but Dragon is just immediately getting started here. Shun and Pei's have more than enough damage to handle this thing on its own. And AL not really going to be able to find much as a response.
No, I mean, Flandre, he's going to have to let go of that bottom tier 1 as well. I mean, AL, they do get an opportunity to push out this top wave.
And Missing is setting up a decoy, just trying to get vision in. With all that damage, I mean, it's completely cut through, and now Scout's flashing forward, gets the Fate Seal. They're pouring everything onto Kyle, as Shanks' Weaver's Wall is going to save Leona. But Kyle might look to turn this thing. He's a pretty healthy Leona. Tarzan flies in, gets the stasis out of Ola, but the taunt is timed up so well. Flandra dies next. Missing follow, but there's the dash forward. Tarzan has another.
He's going.
The pack is unleashed, and he sees red going forward, chasing down JDG. Finally, Anyone's Legend snapped their skirmish loss streak at a big point.
Get their sole point, but it's going to be tough. If you keep giving up objectives like that, I mean, it could still end up leading towards your loss. Nice thing for AL.
Just got by this point. The Baron power play going to last for about a minute longer, but maybe finally with somebody to go toe-to-toe with Scout. The Fate Seal caught by Tarzan, but look at the damage Scout's putting out. It's ludicrous. Does get down this Quicksilver Sash, but there's too many taunts, too many stuns for Scout to blow through, and here comes Tarzan back for revenge.
JDG, they want to keep them here.
There's the equalizer, the cease and desist, easy. Zanyas comes across for Shun, so the ult doesn't go down. Hope trying to play from the back line, but they don't have Flandra, and Kyle's a little bit late to the party, far too up the lane. It's pandemonium, everybody's layering on top of each other, with the Spirit Blossom procs are coming through, and Missing gets a headbutt pulverized down. Pei's flashes back out to safety, his Hope's damage is massive, and now all of a sudden it's just Pei standing up tall. The superstar AD carry for JDG will not find himself another highlight play. Blinking health bars be damned. Ace to Anyone's Legends.
Big time. These kinds of performances are really what we want to be seeing from Anyone's Legend, because this is kind of where we criticize them for falling short. They just kind of get outhandsed in team fights. That's how we like it here. As right now, JDG, big focus for them, just trying to secure this dragon and deny the Ocean Soul away from AL. To be honest, I don't really know why we're doing this hard commit. Yeah, this is the second time this game where AL is just slow to recognize an objective is being taken. And slow to respond,
And the Death Brushes stack up once more. Who for Anyone's Legend will ferry the way into the darkness? It's Kyle going to land a Solar Flare on the Missing, but it's Scout caught on the top side of the fight here. Kyle going to flash back along with Flandra as Shun goes in onto Tarzan, has that GA, but the flash season assist, they get on top of Hope. Can the Corki stay protected? Because Pei's is doing tons of damage on the front side, but Hope stands up tall. Shun falls first. Missing's health bar is very critically low. There goes Scout with the unsealed Yone ultimate, but it's immediately answered by Azanias, and Pace is really trying to dish out the damage. Arcade shift forward, finds the kill onto Shanks. It's who else but Shanks to fall.
A little bit contested. JDG come out on top, and we'll see if you're right, Slayer, and whether or not this Baron is going to be that difference maker there. We still have long spawn timers.
Clean up these fights.
Yeah, I will say, Hope going the tier 2 boots with the Feet of Warfare upgrade is really nice. You do get that physical damage shield, you do get the extra armor. It is going to help his ability to survive in these fights. But it's tough. JDG want to make the use of the Baron that they've gotten for themselves. It's going to be an easy tier 2 pickup. The only one left is on that top side. You can see Scout escorting a wave at the same time on the mid lane.
And they have Soul Dragon coming up in 30 seconds, so they don't even need to commit hard to knock down this base because they can get a Dragon Soul. It's actually Ale that has to force the issues. Pace's Cleanse is burned from a good Solar Flare from Kyle, and Missing is caught in the Buzzsaw. But this cow does not burn. The Alistair's damage not being taken, and Hope gets sniped by the Equalizer. The Redemption won't save him because Shun flies in with the cease and desist. Hero's entrance doesn't mean squat. The real hero is Scout with the fate sealed. It's JDG wrapping up all the kills. They've got the GAs behind them. Pace popped back up, and down falls AL once more. That's 3 straight game wins for JDG over the top second seed in Group Ascend.
And they needed to fight to win, Slayer, and they managed to make it happen. It's 18-12. It took 42 minutes, but JDG, they're going to put themselves up at match point.
Starting off the exact way the matchup went last time around beatdown.
Yeah.
As JDG are now just 1 win away here. And like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. There's nobody come top. We're farming. It's like they start farming. They just stand on opposite sides, just catch opposing waves constantly. I mean, they both got healing in their kit. Like
Scout is here, fully stacked. All it's gonna take is 1 W.
Yeah. Man, this is just a war of attrition right here. But Shun stepping too far forward on his lonesome. Has to burn his flash now, so both junglers without their flashes it's just ping galore. All I hear is the ping sound. Everybody wants to fight. Nobody's really going to start it off until Missing gets some autos down onto level 2 Hope. Stun comes across for Tarzan. He's trying to hold the front line. KL flies in, gets huge knockups. Shanks on the backside, able to clean up 1. And now all bets are off, but it's Shanks from the Shroud to find the critical kill. Pays without mana. Scout not trying to protect his AD carry. Needs to get out of dodge. And the knockup sings through. Kyle gonna gift a kill to Hope. And somehow, some way, AL rescue that bot side jungle escapade.
Still getting some alone time with this turret. I mean, Missing is there too, but the fact is, a big wave is being dropped as a result, and the lead just continues to grow between marksmen here on both sides. Pays is already level 6. Has been part of so many turret plates being taken, and he's 30 CS up now.
Yeah. Even topside too. Multiple waves up for Allah, who's going to be able to walk back up towards that turret. Shun seeing the grubs going down off the top side overload. We'll pick up the dragon, but this is first turret with full plating. So that's a big cash injection for anyone's legend.
Yeah, I will say 9-minute first brick is themselves in this very minor aggregate gold lead that we're seeing. But it isn't much, especially if Tarzan dies.
Yeah, Tarzan not going to come across. Shun commits the flash for it. Missing there as well to boost up the Xin Zhao in a rarity. Tarzan caught. Going for Raptors. Winners finals from Split 1 playoffs. This is very much so a preview of what's to come in the playoffs as well, knowing both these teams are locked in. So both these teams should definitely be treating this like a playoffs as Pays dropping the Culling, gets flashed over by Hope. The engage, though, comes off to the side on a Missing. The Nami served up like sushi. Down goes Kaya with the flash. Who not going to fall with the wind becomes lightning. Scout here, but a bit too late with the stun ready with Tibbers. So the pick found for AL, but what's the cost on the flip end of the map?
It is Ale, again, getting damage onto these turrets, being that split push menace. He already has the Trinity Force, is able to knock down 2 plates since our conversation about him started. And that's almost 5 plates taken down on that bottom side as well. And I say almost, he's going to easily take it.
Yeah, Shanks just, it's really hard to ever force a 1v1 into this Yorick once he gets the Maiden stacked up. He gets his ghouls out.
Yeah.
Shanks is getting completely bodied by Allah. That is flash, perfect execution, everything used defensively out of the Akali's kit.
They're quite literally just to live, and Shanks still got really low in the process. So JDG gonna have an easy time securing this dragon. It's gonna be their second this game, and they're honestly well on track to go for a Dragon Soul. I'm gonna find out any second now what that soul is going to be. Ooh, Cloud Soul, very fun. Ooh. We all love move speed, guys.
Hey, you know, Tibbers call, and now the Rift Herald is the real prize for anyone's legend. They are on vision, taking down this Herald. Scout has his stun, back up, but JDG, yeah, great call beat down. They could just index into turrets. They don't need to fight over this Herald, but Shun wants it. He flies in, he goes for the Gambit, but it falls flat, and it costs him his life and the Herald. Tarzan securing both.
They can block the path from AL, so they can't stop this tier 1 from going down. So it's still more gold for JDG, even though that kill was unnecessary. And now AL have a chance to respond because Shanks is the one actually who's sitting on that eye of the Herald here.
Drop there from Pays, kind of just a Bit of a scouting calling, getting some poke down as Tarzan goes for the engage onto Shun, and Kyle immediately snaps forward with the charm. Good flash from Shun to get away from the knockup. The tidal wave comes across the crescent guard. Will it be enough? No! Shun falls, but here comes Ala on the backside.
Whoa.
Hope gets trapped in the pit, but flashes out himself to safety, and Flandra's here as well to back them all up. The blast cone keeps everyone safe, but Scout flashing forward does not get the stun onto Hope. Perfect Featherstorm channel. Shanks will be the one to pay his life as well, but Scout gets straight out. But here comes Pays going after Kyle, but they've left Ala to his lonesome on the top side here. The main doing a lot of really good job to buy space as Pays gets flashed on by Tarzan. Doesn't he have enough damage? Kyle coming through for the knockup. Yes, he finds the kill. The slippery recon for Kyle getting so much value, and now the withers through. The Nasus is throwing down the hammer, but Ala flies in, executes Kyle as this fight gets even murkier. And we end with 3 for 3 on this Yorick has as we go back live, and oh no, the player improvement plan. No, that's Scout dead on the side lane.
To be fair, we don't know what happened. Maybe it wasn't his fault. It's possible.
It was an overload, and it does get all the top tier 1. So the Yorick has his own time. Am I just coping? Here we go. We'll find out.
Maybe. Probably. I mean, worth noting, he does have the second item already. Fear Shojin. It's going to be that much more difficult. I respect Flandra for going for the Frozen Heart. I think it ends up being a good call. And JDG, speaking of, are just going to go ahead and force this. I got to imagine this is a kind of a bait. This is kind of dangerous.
This is risky. They don't have TP advantage. Flandra can join to make this a 5v4. Are they just leashing this Otacon? They use the Tidal Wave, the Crescent Guard, just to back themselves up to safety. The Culling comes down as well. Good Blade Caller. Keeps the Lucian in place from Hope. Everybody going to reset here. Yeah, it's still held by Ala. Scout's running his way over. There's a great Blade Caller again from Hope. This time it catches the Lucian, but Shun flies in, finds both kills onto the bottom lane. Now he's in a 1v3 all by his lonesome, trying to hold the line. So many low health bars. Can Shun clean any of them up? No! He falls to a Flandra double kill. It's all on the solo lane. Scout gets the first stun, drops Tippers onto Flandra's head. He's trying to heal through it all, but here comes the Spade to slap him down from Ala.
I mean, no. Kyle's no ulti
Pays! Holy moly, he gets caught by Tarzan, who flash stuns him. That's both summoners off of this Lucian that has to play so close quarters. The Otacon getting a ton of damage value done. But I don't know if they want to commit to this fight. AL hopes get caught this time. It's both AD carries trading all their health bars to be able to survive. But Shun also gets out with the Crescent Guard. But here comes Flandra running through them all. He doesn't care about damage. He doesn't care about CC. He's running down JDG, holding 3 at bay. Turns the Wither back on its head as well. The Otacon with the assist, though, for JDG. As down goes Flandra. Tarzan tries to throw up the Unbreakable. It is broken by the Ghouls. Another lengthened fight, but finally we have ourselves a victor, and it's JD Gaming. Respondents to struggling to close out some of these fights, hand-stiffing their teams, but this time, maybe Shakes could be the hero after he fell short last time. He has a huge flank. They're going after Scout. He has the stun up. He's going to drop it onto Shakes so the Akali can't go in, and by the time he flies in, it's too damn late, because this time, Pays out puts the damage to maximum, and Ala just chases down Hope, just like that. Boom goes the dynamite, triple to Pays, ace, JD Gaming. Again, it's just the marking of Shanks in these fights. This Akali beatdown is not getting it done for AL, and it's just cost them back-to-back fights and maybe the game at this point. They do get control of this Cloud Drake, so they're going to even them up. JDG are just way more focused on these mid waves. They've got a huge Baron wave coming in. They do have to be a bit safe about a flank coming down.
I already didn't like the idea of trying to force this play Slayer, but the fact that Ala just breaks their ankles, just absolutely shatters them, it just makes it feel that much worse, because then AL lost so much on the map for literally nothing. Literally.
Legit zero. Not even a flash. Not even like
a not even a spell.
Scare.
Not even a skill.
Nothing. Just
no mana.
Clicks. Right clicks costing them 2 tier 2 turrets, and you know things are going bad when an AD carry is confident stepping up to an Akali. That's where Pays is at. It's not me. they're knocking down the inhibitor 2-3 turret. At some point, AL, we're going to have to start gambling. We're going to have to start forcing fights to try and climb back in this one, or it's going the same way of the first round robin. There's Shakes trying to start it off with the Grand Starfall. Pays does commit the flash to get back, and they do catch Missing out. Use a lot of ultimates to kill him off, but they also have Shooncott. Goes forward, the Crescent Guard gets a huge heal, buys enough time for Scout to fly in. He doesn't get the stun on the Timbers, but sets up Pays, who will break through the Tarzan E once more. It's just not enough, and All is doing it all on his own in the mid lane. That's gonna do it. No 45 minutes, nothing needed, just domination from JDG. They will head into playoffs, the number 3 seed, 5-0 in their last series, 10-0 in their last games, on top of the LPL, heading into playoffs.
And AL's last gasp as they watch JDG take their Nexus. They're gonna get O2'd, and they can't overcome these top teams.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.